Okay, salary. So salary is, so this is day one. Tomorrow we'll do another set of notes. So what is salary? It's just a fixed amount given to every pay, no matter the amount of hours worked. Okay. Now, some companies will pay overtime. So they'll give you, your salary is X amount of dollars, and your normal work week would be 30 hours or 40 hours or 35 hours, whatever they want to make it, okay? And then anything over that regular hours, you're going to get paid overtime for. So that's kind of what we're looking at and what we're calculating, because otherwise you don't have anything to calculate, okay? Common pay periods. So we'll use this as well, do some calculations. So you want to remember these. So monthly, 12 paychecks per year. Most places don't do that anymore, just because it's so hard to budget for. Semi-monthly is 24, and most of the places that were semi-monthly probably switched to bi-weekly now. So bi-weekly is every other week, so you get 26 pays. And then if you get paid weekly, which a lot of places are kind of moving towards that a little bit even, you get 52 paychecks a year, okay? So make sure you remember those values and those numbers, because we'll use them on the backs. All right, so find the weekly gross earnings for the following person who's on a salary and is paid time and a half for overtime. Okay, so let's take a look here. First thing we want to look at here, well, what's our regular hours? Okay, regular hours are 40 hours. So that's what they're getting their salary for. Okay, so anything up to 40 hours, they're going to make $720. Okay. So to find our hourly rates, we're going to take and we're going to divide those two. So we're taking the 720, dividing by 40, and we get 18.
Yeah.
So $18 is their hourly rates. Okay. All these other calculations now are pretty much the same. Okay, they are the same. So overtime rate then, again, that's that times 1.5, right? So 18 times 1.5 is $27. Overtime hours, we're taking our hours worked, 54, subtracting the regular hours, 40. So we get 14 overtime hours. Now what's nice about salary is, what's our regular earnings? Yep, 720. So this weekly salary just goes straight in here for our regular earning. No calculations needed. So $720. And then our overtime, so we're taking our overtime rate, 27, times hours, overtime hours, 14. What was that again? 378. The weekly gross then is the same. We're taking regular, adding overtime, 1,098. That's it. So let's do one more example here of this salary. So now here our regular hours is 32, okay? So we're taking the weekly salary, 560, dividing it by our hours, 32. 560 divided by 32 gives me what? 17.5. Now, on your quiz, if you just put 17.5, I didn't take any points off on it. I probably just added a 0. If we're talking about money, if you're talking about hours, whatever decimal you use, fine. If we're talking about money, let's put 2 numbers after the decimal, okay? Just so it's a real monetary value, okay? Overtime rate then, so we're taking the 1750 times 1.5. And that gets me what? 26.25, 26.25 for our hour overtime rate. Overtime hours then, again we worked 46, right? We're paid for 32, so that gives me 14. Regular earnings is what?
560.
Yep, right here, it's our salary, 560. And overtime earnings, so, okay, so taking our 26.25 times our hours, 14, and what was that again? What was the total? 367.56. Oh, I'm sorry, 50. And let's add them to get our gross. So add $927.50 for our gross total earnings. The other side problem here then is calculating our earnings here. So to do that, first thing you want to do is calculate the annual earnings. Okay, so when we look at these, again, we're looking at, well, weekly earnings. Well, how many weekly checks are there? 52. Bi-weekly, 26. Semi-monthly was 24, and monthly is 12. Okay, so whatever's given to us, okay, whatever's given to us then, we're just dividing or multiplying. So we're taking the 348 times 52. $18,096. Okay. So now once we have our annual, now we can use our number of checks to calculate, and we're going to divide. Okay. So we're going to take our annual divided by number of paid. Okay. So we're taking the 1896 divided by 26, and what's that give me? 696. Good. Take the 1896 divided by the 24. $754. Thank you. And we'll take the 1896 and divide it by 12. 1,508. Okay. So use whatever they give us, multiply by the number of checks to get the annual, and then use those number of checks, divide that annual salary by the number of checks. Okay? Let's do one more together. So here we're given semi-monthly, so our weekly was 52, bi-weekly 26, semi-monthly 24, and monthly is 12. So here we're taking these and we're going to multiply these together. 24 times 376, $9,024. Good? So now let's take the 9,024 divided by 52.
I got a whole bunch of numbers.
Whole bunch of numbers.
178.
178. So again, we get 173.538. Keeps on going, right? So just go two numbers after the decimal. So 173.54. Okay. We'll just round it. Your normal rounding. That'll be about what it is.
Do we have to round it as it is?
Yeah, I mean, if you put 70 or 53, I probably wouldn't count it wrong.
Okay.
Okay. So typically, what they would do, most of the checks would be one price or one value, but then one check, either the first check or the last check, will be a little bit different typically. Okay. Just to balance out for that extra. Okay. So let's do the 924 or 9,024 divide by 26 now.
$247.10.
Good. 10 cents? Remember, we're doing 26. Sorry. Did I say 24?
Oh, no, shoot, I rounded the wrong number.
Okay. So 3,047 and 7 will round up to an 8. So 08, 347, 08. And then the last one, 9,024 divided by 12 is 752. Okay. So calculating the different earnings given the annual. Okay. So that is your salary.